Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1927 Royal 10 vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Almost 100 years old. The ultimate classic desktop typewriter. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And the margins are located behind this flip panel here. Just push them down and move them like this. I'm just going to set that one close to the edge, test that out. I just want it to be really close to the edge for maximum clearance, and the right one pretty close. This does have elite typeface, so it's a little bit smaller print, so we'll see how far we get on one line. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale. A little too close to the edge there on the left, so I'm going to set it right there and just move that margin a little bit further out. That's good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin or near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward. One notch, it skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now. And I was able to type all the keys on the first line because this has elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch, a bit smaller than Pica, which prints 10. So on this next line, I'm just going to print a sentence in red. To switch from black to red, there's a switch on the right side there. Flip it to the red indicator all the way to the left. Prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. And to move it all the way to the stencil section, you have to press this little lever and move it to the right at the same time. And that doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes, and that's the reason why that you need to kind of unlock to get to that, so you don't accidentally put it on stencil and you're wondering why your typewriter isn't printing any ink. So we're going to move that for red. It's absolutely beautiful. This could be one of the best typewriters of all time, still to this day, almost 100 years old. The feel of it is just phenomenal. And that margin, I guess I didn't move that margin the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. It's an operator error. It's not a problem with the typewriter. The print looks super good. Elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. Beautiful print, beautiful typewriter all around. I just really love this model. It's so easy to work on. I restored this myself, serviced and restored by me. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. And there's another switch to raise the paper bell a little bit so you can just really easily pull that page out. I'm just going to push both those back at the same time, or else the next page won't load correctly. I'm going to put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side. Very good. Tab key on the top right. This has manual tabs set. These little tabs you just pull out and you put anywhere on this rack. There's a scale on top of the rack to tell you exactly what space you're on. And it stops at each one of those. I'll show you from the front here. Just like that. I'll show you from this other angle. Very good. Okay, what else do we have on the keyboard? We have all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right counterclockwise. It's got a really slow pull. If you want to switch that direction, you flip this switch here to the left. It'll pull clockwise to the left. Very slow. And if you don't want the ribbon to move at all, there's a switch right there on the top, and that's mainly for when you're moving the carriage, so it doesn't pull the ribbon when you're moving the carriage. Let it go, it pulls that ribbon to whatever side it's going to, kind of wastes the ribbon length. It does have an automatic reverse when it gets to the end. The special spools have a little clip underneath it, and it will reverse the ribbon once it gets all the way to the end automatically. Okay, this is your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Push that in, and it will allow you to get past that block and type all the way to the end. Very good. This has the iconic glass windows on the side. The previous model, so Royal 10 came in I think 3 different generations, and this is the second one, I believe, or the third. But the one before this had dual glass panels. There's a big one here and then a smaller one. This one has a single glass panel, and you can see the margins back here and the tabs. This is your bell. And if you push in the button at the end of the left knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept with this lever all the way in the top, the tall one. Flip it to the front, get this disable the spacing. You flip it to the back, you get the clicks. Carriage release on both sides. And that is it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.